These are the VITURE Luma Pro glasses, the world's first on-the-go XR experience for the Switch 2. They turned my Switch into a private 152-inch ultra-vivid screen, and playing Donkey Kong or Mario Kart this way has quickly become my favorite way to game. But they're not just for the Switch 2. They also work with a PS5, MacBooks, Android phones, iPhones, portable gaming PCs, basically anything with a USB-C connection. I've tried quite a few XR glasses over the past few years, and these are the first that feel like more than just a tech demo. For me, they've been all about enhancing my gaming experience, but they also open the door to immersive 3D content and even productivity if that's what you're after. They did send these over and are the official partner of this video today, but I want to be clear, I don't do these often unless it's something that is genuinely cool that I'd actually use on a day-to-day basis. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing what it's been like living with the Luma Pros for the past few weeks now, starting with the design and comfort, the many ways that they've transformed how I use tech in my house, and who should consider buying them. Starting off with the design and comfort, they arrive in a sleek, minimal travel case that holds the Luma Pros and the USB-C connector you need to plug into your devices. The whole setup is compact enough to disappear into any bag, and once you take them out, you're greeted with a futuristic, translucent design that feels solid and premium. They're about the size of a normal pair of glasses, just thicker to house all the cool tech inside. They're nowhere near as bulky as something like the MetaQuest 3 though, which I know, it's technically a different product, but the point I'm trying to make is that these can deliver a 4K-like XR experience that collapses into a tiny travel case. What stood out to me most though was how customizable the fit is, up to -40 myopia adjustments for each eye, flexible arms, tilt adjustable temples that click into place, magnetic swappable nose pads, and even the ability to choose different IPD sizes when you order. There are no built-in batteries here as well. They actually draw power directly from the device that you're connected to, which is actually a good thing. It keeps them lightweight and comfortable, and you don't experience any heat on your face because of it. Once you've got that fit dialed in, now it's time to experience the Luma Pros and see how these transformed how I use tech in my house. To start, you take the USB connector, attach it magnetically to one end of your glasses, and plug it into the other end into any device of your choosing. And instantly, you're looking at a 152-inch screen of whatever you're plugged into. This works flawlessly with my iPhone, my MacBook, and my iPad, all showing a 4K-like display that honestly looks so freaking good. It's kind of hard to show this on camera, guys, to be honest. You really have to experience this for yourself and just sort of take my word for it. On the arm of the glasses, you've got buttons to adjust the brightness and speaker volume, plus the ability to enable or disable electrochromic film, which basically acts like a blackout shade to immerse you even more into the experience. It's pretty cool. But that's just the little league stuff compared to what these are actually capable of. So VITURE has a bunch of apps and accessories that completely change and enhance the experience. So with software, the highlight is a free app called Spacewalker. It essentially turns your Mac, Windows PC, or smartphone into a dedicated XR device. On my laptop, after getting it all calibrated, I could generate multiple virtual screens with different layout options. I could fix them into 3D space as I move my head, and even crank up to 120 Hz refresh rate. I couldn't believe, honestly, how good this was and how they managed to pull it off on such a tiny pair of glasses. You can do the exact same thing on your smartphone with the Spacewalker app. It gives you multi-screen support, a dedicated web browser, and a full XR dashboard experience. Everything is controlled right from your phone, which sort of acts like a trackpad. It's super accurate and also just really easy to use. You even get access to things like Xbox Cloud Gaming, so if you do connect a controller over Bluetooth, you can literally play Xbox games on the cloud right through these glasses. On top of that, virtually any 2D content can be converted into 3D on these. That freaking blew me away. Looking at my old iPhone photos, especially panoramas, or even YouTube videos, it was just a flawless and incredibly immersive effect that they were able to pull off. This 2D to 3D effect works on all kinds of content, content on this device. Like, it's actually kind of wild. And then if you want to take things even further, VITURE sells a few accessories that unlock new experiences. So starting with the USB-C XR charging adapter, it's a small USB-C plug that goes into your iPhone if you got a USB-C iPhone like the iPhone 15 or newer. If you do have an older Lightning iPhone, you'll need VITURE's HDMI adapter for Lightning iPhones instead. But either way, like once you're set up, you get pass-through charging and full head tracking, which feels amazing. You can move around the dashboard and apps naturally just by turning your head while they are fixed into place. Next is their mobile gaming controller made in partnership with 8BitDo. It's a full-size, transparent controller that feels really good in the hand. The buttons are clicky, the joysticks are smooth, the triggers have real depth to them, and they even added extra customizable buttons on the back, which is something that you normally only see on Pro controllers. What makes this whole setup unique though is that it has a USB-C port at the bottom that transmits a signal to the glasses, making this the first controller in the world designed for XR smartphone gaming. And they still added a charging port on the top of these as well, so you can keep your phone powered while you play. Once you're set up with this and the glasses, the sky's really kind of the limit here. You can play native smartphone games, you can use remote play for PlayStation, or stream with cloud services like GeForce Now or Xbox. And finally, like, this is my personal favorite, the VITURE Pro mobile dock. With just a USB-C cable, you plug in your Nintendo Switch 2, connect your glasses, and instantly you're gaming in XR. There are 2 glasses ports on the dock too, so a friend can actually join you with their own pair of glasses with these, which is kind of wild, and you can see the same screen and play the same games together. Also, the Switch thinks it's docked, so it actually outputs a higher resolution image compared to handheld mode in games like Donkey Kong and Mario Kart. Like, it looks super sharp and super smooth. The dock also doubles as a battery bank to charge your Switch while you play, and even has an HDMI port so you can go crazy and connect to like a PS5 or Xbox if you'd like. And the best part about all of this is that while it is marketed for like Switch 2 and consoles, this literally works with anything over USB-C or HDMI. So really there's infinite possibilities for how you decide to use this. Okay, so who should actually go out and buy something like this? Honestly, anyone who's curious about the future of XR, and I don't say that lightly. Like, this is the best I've ever used, which is exactly why I agreed to make this video. What's exciting is that everyone will have a different reason for these. Like, for me, it's gaming, the Switch 2, the mobile gaming on the controller, and that massive immersive screen. But for you, it might be watching movies on a private 152-inch display, or exploring 3D photo and video content, or tapping into the productivity gains that you can get from more virtual displays. Whatever the use case is, the VITURE lineup genuinely, guys, smokes the competition. If you don't believe me, do your own research and then come back to this video, because these are the real deal, and you'll see that very soon. And I will continue to use these devices beyond when I post this video, and I honestly can't wait to see what else they have in store for the future. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment #IMadeIt if you made it to the very end of the video. Subscribe if you're brand new to my channel, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.